right then.
Okay, everybody, welcome to another episode of the Afterwork Anime Club. The very first thing we're going to do is a sound check. So, Yami, say something.
The wheels in the bus go round and round.
Anything but that.
The mouse ran up the clock.
That's better. Hatter, Salvatore, Salvo Sharko, say something.
Wow, you just went through every nickname.
Look, I'm a mom.
And?
That's what I do.
Everything's fine. Sounds good.
Okay.
Oh my god. That was great.
All right, hello everybody. Welcome to the next episode of the Afterwork Anime Club. Today we are going to be talking about Carole and Tuesday. I am Lulu's Soul. You can usually catch me streaming on Twitch, art and video games, but on Mondays I stream here on YouTube to talk about anime.
And I'm Yami Brooke. I am coming back to streaming on Twitch with art and video games next month, which means next week. I'll get back to you on that. And I'm Mom.
Hi everybody, I'm Salvatore Shark. I don't know what I do anymore. I'm just here.
So can I call you Salvo Sharko? Because that's my favorite.
I don't honestly care. Any variation of the name is fine. You can still call me Hatter. It's okay.
No, you don't. You don't go by Hatter anymore, except for the one place where you do.
I did for literally years. It's fine.
It's so weird that you don't have a hat anymore.
Yeah, it's fine.
Do you want a hat? I mean, I can give you a
did
hat.
Make all those hats.
Look, I don't care if there is or is not a hat, but a hat is not a required part of my paraphernalia anymore.
You do have a hat. One day I'll be able to fix that hat because it does not look like an inky cat mushroom. It looks like a lampshade.
I mean, it kind of does, yeah.
Literally the first thing I said when I saw it was, why is she wearing a lampshade?
I spent an hour trying to draw the damn hat. Look, I'm going to need you to send me references of what you want.
Okay. Will do.
But
you know, over these next few days where I will be barricaded at home during this storm, we have stuff to talk about with my comeback. So that is one of the things that we'll talk about.
Yes. Oh, by the way, if anybody watching knows how to do a split stream, I guess is a good way to explain it. Basically, Yami and I both want to stream at the same time, and we want both streams to show our artwork screens. And I don't know if that's possible. I think I figured it out. Maybe.
Easiest way I can think of is one of you has to stream your perspective through Discord.
That might be actually easier. We'll figure it out. But that's not why we're here today. Today we are here to talk about Carole and Tuesday. It was Yami's choice. So Yami, give us a brief example or explanation of what the anime is and why you chose it.
Carole and Tuesday is about two cute girls who decide to do music together.
Yep.
And a famous other cute girl who we don't get to hear sing in the first 4 episodes.
Is she really cute though?
Look, she's
superficial cuteness.
She's cute. She's just got a lot going on.
But it doesn't feel genuine.
She's like
no. That
cute.
cuteness totally not genuine. Absolutely not. But I mean, she's got a cute character design.
She is aesthetically pleasing.
Yes, she is. And to be fair, no, at no point during the series does she become cute. However, she does become sympathetic.
Okay.
A likely story.
But Carole and Tuesday, the cutest.
Very
They're
true.
pretty adorable.
So
I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, so we watched, we were supposed to have watched the first 4 episodes of this anime.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm the only one who ever does.
I mean, I've seen this entire anime many times over, so.
I've seen up to a certain point in the anime, and then for this specific podcast, I accidentally did into episode 6.
Fair.
But
also,
personally-
fun fact.
Oh, go ahead.
Fun fact about me is I was almost named Tuesday.
I'm sorry?
Yeah. My mom hadn't chosen a name yet when I was born, and I was born on a Tuesday, so she almost named me Tuesday. Thank God she didn't.
I was about to ask. If you were born on a Tuesday.
Literally, yes.
The
Literally,
quote.
yes. Born on a Tuesday? Maybe.
Oh, that's Hatter, Salvo, Sharko. Damn it, you with the shark.
Yeah.
Did you watch it in English or Japanese?
I always watch in Japanese.
Now that's interesting.
Yeah. So when they sang, what language did they
Still in
sing in?
English.
Oh, it's the same thing. It's the exact same song.
Okay.
It's the exact same vocals. I
That's
checked.
something I was going to bring up at some point. Because the last time we had this, we had a very specific reason why they sang in English.
We did?
Yeah, your boy Kong Ming, she sang in English, remember?
Oh, yes.
Because her idol was an American singer. But they're on Mars. Spoilers, they're on Mars.
Yeah.
So
yeah, this is supposed to be canonically the same universe as Cowboy Bebop. So it's that Mars.
I will say, in just random commenting here, I find it interesting that most of the singers they've referenced are, well, native English speakers.
Yes. So Carole and Tuesday.
If they're not a character, it's an actual English or American band. Yeah.
If my memory serves correctly, and of course I haven't looked this up because who would I be if I looked stuff up? But I'm pretty sure Carole and Tuesday, when it was being made, it was meant to showcase the musical talents of the artist. So the songs were only ever meant to be in English.
Well, I mean, like, so, Goss, the manager, referenced the Beatles at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah. And every
Stuff like
single
that.
episode title is an actual song on an actual record from an actual band.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
And that's the main reason, though, I asked Salvo if you had watched it in English or Japanese is specifically because one of the only anime that you have referenced as loving the dub has been Cowboy Bebop.
Yes, and while that is, definitely a thing, I owe a lot of that to. I want to make sure I'm not messing up the name. Give me a second. That's the wrong guy. That's the Japanese actor. Trying to remember. Steve Bloom. There we go.
You said Spike Spiegel, I would have told you Steve Bloom. Steve Bloom is a treasure on this planet, yes.
Fun fact, my husband has arm wrestled Steve Bloom.
Of course he has.
What?
That's not surprising at this point.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, another fun fact about Steve Bloom. So, a certain streamer who no longer streams, used to have a redemption, a channel point redemption for ASMR, and you could ask him to, say a thing or just give him something, and he would run with it. And I before I started doing the pickup line thing, the very first ASMR I redeemed from that streamer was Steve Bloom.
Fair.
And it wasn't Spike Spiegel. He chose a different character, and I don't remember the character, but he's basically he has done a lot. So he I don't remember what he said, but it was so pretty. Anyway, that's
one
all.
more random Steve Bloom fact before shifting back. His wife was a reoccurring guest character on Critical Role.
That doesn't surprise me.
Who's his wife?
Mary Elizabeth McGlynn.
Oh, okay.
Who, alright, I'm gonna keep going. This is my turn to ramble.
Yeah.
Let's go!
She was I think the one of the voice, I don't know what the word for it is, but she was like the director for Bebop. And they got Steve Bloom in, and she heard Steve Bloom, and she went, "That character's got a love interest, right? I could probably do them. I could play that character."
Do you mean the voice acting director?
Probably.
Okay, so the ADR director.
Sure. But Mary Elizabeth McGlynn,
Mm-hmm.
she's done a lot of stuff. She's done a lot of work with a lot of people. She's pretty great. So, anyways, going back to Carole and Tuesday.
Yes.
So, normally what we do is we start off with what we didn't like about the anime.
Uh-huh. Do you
I'm
want
sure
me to
there's
start?
something.
I do have two very specific gripes.
Okay.
Oh,
Let's hear it.
Not like a huge gripe for one of them, but
Mm-hmm.
one is it felt like the first two episodes went very quickly. It
Mm-hmm.
felt like they rushed through a lot of like the minutia of like them interacting and really getting to know each other, and they're just good friends now. And we didn't see any of like the progression of that, which is fine. It's
I
not
mean,
like
they
we're-
clicked. They
Sure.
clicked, and she needed a place to stay, and it worked out. There
Sure.
is
Go ahead.
like there's not a lot of discourse between the two. There is something that happens later that's like, yeah, that makes absolute perfect sense for these two people from these very different worlds to not connect on and for this thing to happen. But it's like the only time. All the rest of the series, they're just like they click on everything. Which it can be a nitpick. But I also just kind of like it.
I would make the argument that depending on the people, that does happen.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically around, I don't want to say
I've
specifically
done that.
around women,
Yeah.
but it's actually there's a non-female character that explains this phenomenon very well, and that is the quote, "Did we just become best friends?"
Yeah. Interesting quote. Not one I would have gone with, but
I
no.
don't like that movie, but I like that quote.
Anyways, I'll admit I have had a friend that I met recently through mutual friends, and we have the same interests in almost everything. We do tabletop role playing together, and we have built the exact same character for 2 one-shots. I just went, I guess we're brothers now.
Yep. Yeah. Like it's not unbelievable to me. There's people that it takes me literal months to build a connection with. And then there's people that in a night, we're besties.
Yeah,
Let's do everything together now.
it's not a massive issue. It's just I would have liked to
Yeah.
have seen more of that build up together and that more of
Yeah.
the time focused on them because it felt like things moved really quickly.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah.
My
What does
only
Go
oh,
ahead.
go ahead.
What does suck when that type of thing happens though if only one person feels the connection?
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
that's awkward.
The one-sided best friendship. Oof. Yeah.
Yeah.
My only other major gripe is that I honestly struggled to get through most of episode 4. I don't know what it was specifically. It just was not connecting with me.
Oh, that one. Yeah. Look.
Is episode
That's
4
not my favorite episode.
the
It's the
music?
music video episode.
Uh,
Like
Yeah.
there are very important moments in it,
yeah.
like Gus's ex-wife.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
love that dynamic so much.
Extremely, and I can't wait to talk about it more.
Yeah, so there were very good moments, and some of it was kind of cute, like them trying on all the different outfits and that kind of stuff. But as a whole, I struggled, and I was so happy that character was gone by the end of the episode.
Oh my god, yes. Yes. Nah, like the episode, it didn't, aside from stuff that happened with Angela, and aside from character moments, nothing happened.
Nothing.
The
No
video
progress was
didn't
made
get
towards their
made.
goal. I mean, it technically got made, but not
No,
what they wanted.
No, it didn't get made because they didn't put it out there because it was trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, the biggest thing I blame on that is no one reading the at least 2,000 one-star reviews.
For real. Like,
If
come
I see an
on.
Amazon product for like $20 that should
Yeah.
not be $20, and it's
I'm
got
reading the reviews.
thousands of one-star reviews,
Yeah.
you should look into that maybe.
Yeah.
Especially from the guy who was supposed to be the smart one.
Look, he's tech savvy. He's not necessarily world savvy.
But like, I expected the tech guy to look at the piece of tech that should not be the price it is and go,
That's
"That seems
true.
odd."
That's true. Okay, I'm with you on that. Yes.
Look, he's a little
That's true.
starstruck.
He is. Hey, did the girl say anything about me?
Your boy's simping.
Oh, so
And you know
hard.
what? Honestly, that's fine. So like, those are my only like major gripes about the show. There are characters I don't like, but you know, I haven't been really given reasons to like them yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
There's a couple of characters that you haven't been given reasons to like them yet.
yeah, we'll see if that ever happens. It won't.
Yeah. There's at least one that I don't think you ever will like.
Yeah, that's
Like that. By the end of this series, I understood the character. That didn't mean I liked them.
Oh, absolutely. I can fully understand what a character is going through and still hate them.
Yeah. 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 That's firmly where I feel on that character. But then there's other characters that they shifted for me. They shifted.
Yeah, and that's good writing.
Mm-hmm.
So
Both
anyway,
is good writing. I mean, I'm not supposed to like every character.
Right?
That's okay.
Really fair. So do either of you have any actual complaints? Good talk. Glad we had it.
Angela's mom needs to go to a better hairstylist.
I mean,
That's it.
You know what? I'm not gonna start on that.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's it. I really don't like those bangs.
That's fair.
Yeah. Sorry. That's it.
So, Lulu, what did you like about the show?
Like I'm trying to go back to, because this isn't the first time I've seen it. Obviously, I've seen up to this part before.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot. There is a lot
There
to
is
like
a
about
lot.
this show.
I mean, it's really well done.
I know that it is supposed to be in the Cowboy Bebop universe,
Mm-hmm.
but it's actually given me pretty strong Nana vibes. I don't know if either of you have ever read or watched Nana.
Not to my knowledge.
I read like the first manga and I know the songs, but I never got to finish any of it. I've heard the songs on their own and I really love the songs. But yeah, I know of Nana.
Okay, and Nana could be a whole podcast on its own because I both
For
love and
real.
hate it. But
Nana had a cameo in a Golden Time.
really,
Yes. Yeah, she was like a neighbor of the girl. Like it was so obviously Nana. It couldn't have not been Nana.
that's
But yeah.
really interesting for a number of different
Yeah.
reasons. Because you know that manga never finished.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's one of those. Yeah.
I do
But-
have a comment
but-
about that whole Cowboy Bebop thing, though, real fast.
Okay,
Yes.
While I think it's set in the same world, I think they're at vastly different times.
Yes.
Because Cowboy Bebop's Mars is a desolate, miserable place.
Yes. And there's also different areas. This is specifically Alba City.
Yeah, clearly.
And also Space Dandy is in the same universe. I never watched Space Dandy.
That one was really weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I'm aware of it. I'm aware that it's in the same universe. I never watched it, so I don't actually know anything about Space Dandy. But yeah, I do agree with them being of different times.
Yeah. Sorry, Lulu. Keep going.
But I was saying, it actually gives off some Mad Nana vibes with its whole thing of being like the two girls meeting each other in the new city and just instantly
Yeah.
connecting with each other. Oh, hang on, hang on. Sugasa just came into the room. Sugasa, you arm wrestled Steve Bloom, right?
Yeah.
Yes, okay, I was right. It is Steve Bloom that he arm wrestled.
Again, I'm not surprised at this point. He can
Like
say anything, and I'll just be
he's a
like, "Yeah, that
legend to me
happened."
now. Your husband's a legend to me now. Like
Uh,
I'll let him know that.
oh,
I
my,
I
my husband is a legend to a lot of people now. Um,
yeah, I can't wait to tell a certain person about that.
Uh,
Yes. Anyway.
yeah, but
well,
so yeah, it gives me a Mad Nana vibes.
Mhm.
At least early Nana vibes. If anyone watching has actually seen or read all of Nana, you understand because there's a huge genre shift about midway through, but
Ooh.
not in a good way in my opinion. But whatever. Um,
Ooh.
words are hard. Please use your words. It's very pleasant to listen to.
Mhm.
Like, I think partially because I was listening to it in English and partially because I'd already seen the episode once before, I spent a lot of the anime making art and listening to what was going on. And with only glancing up every once in a while, I could still follow most of each episode.
mhm.
You know, except the part where I accidentally watched six.
Yep.
Uh, okay.
Like it's it's just so pretty. Like the art style is really beautiful. The the instruments are gorgeous. Oh my god. The her guitar and then that grand piano were just so beautiful.
The piano was
Um
excessive, but I loved it.
mhm. Yes. Um I love I love how they kind of like complete and complement each other. That yes, they both can do music. Um, but at least in the beginning in that first episode, it's Carol has written the melody and Tuesday comes in with the lyrics. Later, they both do pretty even work. It seems like it. They both contribute pretty evenly on both fronts of that, but in that first episode with that first song, Carol has already written the melody, and then Tuesday comes in with the lyrics that just burst into her head, and then they build on that song together, and then they do the gorilla performance, and it was just so beautiful. Ah, I love that song. I've listened to all of these songs so many times over, even not just watching the series, but on Spotify, like I just
Oh yeah,
listen to it all the time.
it's definitely a repeat playlist.
Hmm.
I don't remember. Is the laundry song in episodes 1 through 4?
Yes.
Yeah, it's episode 3, I want to say.
Hmm.
That song lives rent free in my head,
Yeah.
That's fair.
and I'm
Round and
pretty
round a dance of laundry.
and I'm pretty sure it lives rent free in most of my family's head too, with the amount of times we've listened to it, like on Spotify, on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Hmm.
Fair.
There's so like later there's a couple of artists that come up, um and you get to hear some pretty nice songs from them. They don't get on the soundtrack, they don't get on Spotify, they don't, the the I can't freely listen to them.
Aw.
And it makes me upset because I want to listen to them, um
That's fair.
and I don't know the reason for it.
It could be a
I
number
can't,
of reasons.
it can be, yeah. um
I will
but
say
yeah.
I also really like the characters themselves from the show. Like,
Hmm.
it's you guys have heard me like criticize or complain about this one before, I'm pretty sure a few times. There have been so many times where I've been watching an anime, and especially if two characters look even vaguely similar, like I'll be like, I don't know who is who. I
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't necessarily know everybody's personality. I mean, yeah, everybody's like names and stuff, but each character has such a distinct personality.
Yeah.
Like
I think
there's just,
one of the things that helps with that is that the main cast is very small. We only really focus on
Right
four
now, yeah.
characters.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Angela exists, and the people around her exist, but we mostly are there for Carole, Tuesday, Roddy, and Gus.
Hmm.
And
And more,
really, it's mostly Carole and Tuesday.
yeah. And that is very beneficial in the beginning. Now, more and more characters are going to be added along the way, as happens in a series.
Like they do.
And it culminates in this final song on the finale where you have so many people in this song. And I can't talk about it too much, of course, because it's the finale. But literally, there's so many people in this song, and there's this huge reason for it. Um, and you do end up with so many characters and so many voices, and it's so beautiful.
oh, that was one thing that I thought was going to be a complaint and ended up not being. Oh,
Mhm.
wait,
Okay.
Was it not
nope,
in the first 4 episodes?
was not in the first 4 episodes.
Well, I saw
Uh-huh.
4.
Okay, okay.
Ah,
We can talk about it after.
okay. It was not in the first 4 episodes. Um,
Mhm.
but I
Yeah, I've got the
also
episodes pulled up so I don't talk about anything after episode 4.
I also am really loving like this anime gives such a strong feeling of nostalgia. Like even though like if, I don't know actually, Salvo, have did you feel nostalgic watching it?
Yes, but no.
Like if we had never told you that it was in the same universe as Cowboy Bebop,
Oh no,
um,
that's very clear.
okay then never mind.
So there's very specific reasons for that. Um, for one, and this is I don't know if this will make sense to anyone else. The way the characters move remind me of Bebop. Like, yeah, the
Okay.
art style is really
Yeah.
obvious, but the way the characters move, the way everyone
Carol on that
on the
skateboard thing,
yeah, the
and
skateboard
then
alone.
looking at that and then remembering the way Spike moves and when he's fighting, like,
Yeah,
it's so fluid.
that was the very first thing. I was just like, yep, that's Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, it's not technically connected. Like, yeah, it's supposed to be in the same universe, but like,
Yeah.
to
Same
my
universe,
knowledge,
but
so
different
far.
story. Like,
Well,
not
yeah, but
yeah.
so
Sorry.
far, I mean, that there's nothing connecting them, and that's fine. But like, it felt very much of just a, yep, nope, that's them. Okay, cool, we're good.
Mhm.
And see, for me, while I definitely got a bunch of those nostalgia feelings from it, it wasn't always a bebop nostalgia because I wasn't the biggest fan of Cowboy Bebop. I do plan on watching it again. Please don't at me. Um,
Yeah.
but it wasn't something that I really enjoyed all that much as a kid.
Mhm. Do you think that some of the nostalgia that you're feeling comes from the fact that they do reference so many real life artists?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
That's
Most of
not it.
those,
Okay.
if I recognized any of the artists, the majority of them were artists that I did not know until I was an adult. The one exception probably being the song that got they got Tuesday into music to begin with, which I think was a Dixie Chicks song,
Wait, what?
but I'm not sure. I don't remember. What was the song?
I I don't know.
She
No.
heard it on the radio.
I'm pretty no, 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 no. It was, it was, oh dear God. It was Cindy Larper?
Cyndi Lauper?
Cindy Lauper, yes. Cindy Lauper. I don't remember the song. let's see, Cyndi Lauper. Oh, her. Okay. What has she? All right.
Let's see.
Oh, and that was the name of the first episode,
Oh,
was True Colors.
lol, True Colors. Yeah, I wasn't a
Yeah.
Dixie Chick song. Yeah, so even that song, like none of these songs were. I was very much a sheltered youth. Um, if it wasn't country music and it wasn't an anime song, I didn't like. Even if I
Look,
recognized it, I didn't know it.
I feel you. I feel you.
So
My sheltered music growing up was my dad liked classic rock, soft classic rock, and my mom liked country. And then there was gospel music. And that was it until I got into basically just when I was going into high school. No. Then I got into anime in middle school, and then it was that and anime music that my friend burned onto a CD for me, and then that was it until I got into high school, and then I got to actually become a person.
oof. I feel that,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
so no, my nostalgia definitely does not stem from the
Mm-hmm.
music,
Gotcha.
but
Okay.
it does stem. I always called it '90s anime, but it was probably accurately more likely to be like 2000s anime, '90s
Mm-hmm.
into the 2000s. Um, like I did
Mm-hmm.
get some bebop vibes, like uh, crap. His name is Gus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, Gus reminds me of Jet, the cop.
Yeah, that was
Jet.
Jet.
Jet. Okay. Look, I know of two Jets, and one's from the Avatar universe. I needed to make sure. Uh,
Yeah.
Slight
Definitely
difference,
not
but
that
all
Jet.
right.
but so yeah, one was um, those two characters, but the the tech file kid.
Roddy.
Edward. Radical Edward. Oh,
Oh,
sorry,
wait.
Ronnie.
Which one?
Roddy.
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 Sorry, Roddy.
What show are we talking about?
It's like, wait a minute, there is a tech kid in both.
Okay, I would have. Everyone knows Ed. You don't have to have actually seen Cowboy Bebop to know who Ed is. Like that's like not knowing Ein. If it's just
I mean, but people don't. They might know the image, but that doesn't mean they know Ein.
okay. That I I don't know if I'm willing to give it to you, even though you're probably correct.
I mean, that's like, there's a lot. Look, I cannot tell you how often somebody says something to me and I'm like, I don't know what that is. And then they're like, of course you do. And I'm like, I don't know what that is. And then they start playing it and I'm like, oh, I know what that is. I didn't know what it was called. I mean, that kind of thing.
Well, that's
People
fair.
might know Ein, but not know Ein.
That's very fair because I have a T-shirt that has Ein all over it. And by the way, guys, this isn't actually the Carole and Tuesday podcast. It is, in fact, the Cowboy Bebop podcast.
It was
We
only a matter of
tricked
time.
you.
I mean, don't act like I couldn't just start that right now.
Right?
Don't mind me, I'm getting lost in voice actors.
But anyway,
Roddy.
Roddy. Roddy.
Gosh,
There's no
Dagna
N.
Roddy.
Farbit.
I
There's
know,
no
weird
N.
names. What
What?
kind of name is Roddy?
He's born on Mars.
I know.
What
We
kind of name
have
is
a girl named
Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Look, that's a real name. Some people were almost named that.
I was.
Look, it'd be different. It'd be different if she was Norse. That would at least make sense.
How do you know she's not? She's blonde hair, blue eyed.
She's obviously Martian.
Look, we don't know what the immigration has been like on Mars.
No. I mean, it does come up later. Actually, it's a huge thing later in the series. Tuesday is Martian.
Huh.
Carole was born on Earth and immigrated to Mars.
Probably not by choice.
Well, she was.
She.
Don't stress it. It's fine.
Yeah. Like, it's a thing that comes up later and is a thing that is discussed later. And it becomes a major political thing. Because remember, Tuesday's mom is running for president.
Yep.
Anyway, Roddy reminds me of an adult Jim from Outlaw Star.
That's an interesting choice.
Ah.
Like if Jim were older.
Ah, Lost Star.
They give off very similar vibes, and I think that. And for me, Outlaw Star was the Cowboy Bebop anime that I watched. Like I think when my heart goes to Outlaw Star, where a lot of others might have gone to Cowboy Bebop for the gritty space anime type
I
thing.
get you. Yeah.
And
Speaking of Roddy,
Yeah.
the person he works for,
I mean,
he's one of the people that you really cannot stand in the beginning, and he might shift for you.
I mean,
He
I don't.
shifted for me, but I never fully like him. I definitely get to a point where I can empathize with him later, though.
I don't actually hate him now.
I don't hate him, but I don't like him.
I don't even dislike him. I think he's hilarious.
He's hilarious, yeah.
I think he's an
But
idiot, but he's like,
I would
I'd hang
not
out with
want
him.
to. Nah, I wouldn't hang out with him.
I'd totally hang out with him.
anyways.
Anyways,
I don't know. I just felt like I needed to cut that off. I don't know why.
okay. But yeah, no, Erdogan is a very interesting person, with a very interesting inner psychology going on, that you get to delve more into later. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like,
What I was gonna say though was that at least in the beginning, it feels like he doesn't deserve Roddy.
I mean,
But
he pays him. That's their entire relationship.
oh, it's more than that. It's more than that.
and I mean, okay,
He literally. You know what? I'm talking myself into liking Erdogan more. He gives him a car and then it gets blown up.
I was gonna say, so like, okay, let's look at this from Erdogan's point of view, right? You are a super famous musician. You
Yeah.
have taken a chance on this kid who is not well known, but you have seen his hidden talent, so you repeatedly hire him. Because outside of Erdogan, Roddy doesn't really seem to have very many high connections. He's got some medium range connections.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks to me, from what little I have, it looks like Erdogan might be Roddy's like shot into the big leagues.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
And so
Not as a
this,
musician though. Like he's very good at what he does, but it's not in making music.
no, it's
It's
in
making
the
everybody else looks good.
yeah, it's in the music scene though.
Yeah.
And then this kid that you've taken this chance on is like, hey, here are these two complete strangers that you've never met. You haven't even seen the video. I don't think he's even seen the video on the cell phone. I think that
No.
might come up later. I'm not sure.
I don't think he cares enough.
But like,
Doesn't.
hey, these random girls are just going to show up in your home, and he obviously doesn't. He isn't straight with Roddy, or again about what's going on. And if you. The amount of times this man has probably been approached by amateur musicians who just want him to hear their song because their song is it. It is the next big thing.
Yeah.
And
See, go ahead.
Like this probably happened, or at least until security got up, this probably happened to this man like hundreds of times a day. He has heard in his brain every song under the sun. That's why he looks at. Sorry, go ahead.
I actually took that from a different cultural direction. That people don't write music anymore. AI does.
That is also a thing. That is a thing that is addressed multiple times throughout the series. And yes.
That whole thing of like, hey, we made a song.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not going to do good. It's not written by a computer.
Yeah, which he has invested so much money into his equipment that makes his music.
I mean, you have an AI company that can make a perfect song.
Mm-hmm.
So what would we need people for?
Well, I mean, he's like there are obviously still musicians
Mhm.
He exists.
It implies heavily that most of his success, though, is from the AIs.
Yes, and it's so like there's like a sliding scale. There's like a sliding scale between Carole and Tuesday, who completely do their own music, start to finish, done. And Hal,
How?
who it's all AI all the time. He is the literal only person there. It is all programmed. Everything.
Mhm.
Except for this thing that he's doing with Angela. Um, but even with that, she's literally just going to provide the voice and the image, and that's it. Um, and then in the middle is Ertigan, who, yes, he has the AI software and stuff, but he's still doing stuff with it as an artist. It's still his music and his brand, and like he is he puts the finishing touches and such on it. Um, but he 100% uses AI to do the bulk of the stuff. So yeah, that's a weird sliding scale of blah blah blahs that they have.
And while all this is happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
As he's telling these girls, look, we're not gonna, your song's not original. They literally light a fire in his house.
It's true, and he doesn't have them arrested.
And after that, after he has trusted this kid that he has hired, who has allowed strangers into his home, and these strangers have lit fire to his papers, he
Well, it was their
lends
paper,
the kid a feather mucking car.
not just a car,
Like,
A
a
really nice car.
luxury supercar.
which
Yeah,
then gets totaled.
totaled, blown up, incinerated.
And
Yeah.
Roddy is still not fired.
No,
I would hang out
no.
with that dude.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
What's up, baby girl?
Also, like stuff happens later, and literally Roddy's his anchor.
I
Like,
mean, that's fair.
yeah, like Roddy, the fact that
You gotta
Roddy
go play.
exists in his life keeps him from going over the edge. And it's just so heartwarming.
Look, I don't actually have anything against the character. I don't have anything for or against him.
I
He's
did,
serving
and
the role.
I've been talked out of what I had against him. So here we are.
Sure, but in the 4 episodes I watched,
Yeah,
which for the record, I think we could have stopped at 3. Really think we could have cut out the 4th episode.
we could have.
Yeah, but we can't keep. We need to either choose 3 or 4.
Yeah, like
No, I
because
am
our thing
commenting.
is 4, but in this case, yeah, we could have, but we can't because our thing is 4.
I am commenting for if anyone ever watches this podcast
Yes.
that
Oh.
don't worry, it gets better after the 4th episode.
Yes.
You saw what happened in the first 3. Stick around for that.
Yeah, it gets better in the first 3. The 4th episode's an anomaly.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Speaking of
like I
which,
said, this is rough.
would you guys keep watching?
I mean,
I mean, Yami's finished it before.
many times over. So vibe check is like blown away from me.
I want to say I will, but I've said that for a lot of anime and just never made it back.
Would you if you had endless time and blah blah blahs? Like, do you want to?
I would probably watch other shows first.
Okay.
I may
Really?
come back to that one, but yeah,
Okay.
it's nothing against it. It's just there's other things I would probably watch before I watch this.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
interesting.
excuse me. It's one of those things. It's something I'll remember, and there will be a day where I'll be like, you know what, I should go back and finish that,
Maybe we'll have a
and then
watch
I'll
party.
and then I'll marathon like 18 episodes in a day
Yeah. Yeah.
because I do things
We'll
in
have a
mad
watch
spurts.
party.
Absolutely.
But first, we'll watch Party Fruits Basket.
Yep. That'll totally happen
One day.
someday.
Alright.
I'm just gonna keep just taunting you with it at this point.
It's
I
gonna
can't
happen.
stop.
Look, there'll come a day that we will like entice you with something else. I don't know,
What
talking
exactly?
about fighting games. And then we'll get you in the chat and we'll be like, okay, we're watching Fruits Basket today.
Okay, first off, I can leave. It's Discord. I can just go.
Would you do that to me?
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, if
If you
we
learn me
got
there are
him,
false
yeah.
pretenses, yeah, I think I'm fully within my rights to go. Oh well, you lied to me. I think I'll leave.
Okay, fine.
Like I can't even argue with that one. Um,
Come at me,
I mean,
bro.
fair, but I'm still gonna be heartbroken.
That's fine. You'll get over it.
oof.
Tell me I'm wrong.
I mean, you're not, but
My work here is
yeah.
done.
Okay.
Also, I love Lulu, but I would never. If you told me to come into chat to talk to you and Lulu about fighting games, I just wouldn't believe you.
Look, I have totally played the Inuyasha fighting game, and I only spent most of my time in the story mode minigame fighting the wasps.
Yeah. So it's just you need a better lie.
I mean, okay, we'll talk about Cowboy Bebop, and then we'll start talking about Cowboy Bebop, and like, so hey, no, wait, no, we're trying to watch Fruits Basket, not Carole and Tuesday.
Yeah, but I
Oh
think
no!
I think I could actually distract you into watching Cowboy Bebop,
I mean, I watched Cowboy Bebop.
and then Fruits
Cowboy
Basket gets put back on the burner again, and we'll never get to it.
Bebop.
This is what I meant, Yami. You just don't have the attention
No.
span for a long-term Fruits Basket watch
Look,
party.
Fruits Basket is going to happen. It's gonna
It
happen.
It
absolutely
is.
will someday.
It's
I
this
feel
week.
like we're that one character from Mean Girls trying to make fetch happen. Um,
On multiple different times in my life, I have unironically considered just starting to use the word fetch just because it frustrated me so much that they kept insisting it would never happen.
it's never going to be a thing. It's never going to
I
happen.
have no context here.
You've never seen Mean Girls?
No.
That's probably for the best.
I mean, that's okay.
In the nicest way possible, do I seem like the target demographic?
Yes, you have a sister.
My sister's 5 years younger than me.
Exactly.
Why would
What?
that mean I would watch Mean Girls? Yeah, my sister's 5 years younger than me.
My daughter is many more than 5 years younger than me, and do you know the amount of crap I've watched because she wanted to?
Yeah.
Yes, but my sister did not come to me to watch that movie. We watched other movies that we should not have watched.
Do tell.
Mostly Austin Powers.
Why?
Remember Austin
I don't
Powers,
know.
yeah.
We had a good time though.
My parents, like, I will never understand my parents and the things that they were so extremely strict on, in that I couldn't buy Mass Effect for my 16th birthday.
Because it had alien sex.
Yes. But my brother and I, as young children, one of our favorite movies to watch was Austin Powers 1 and 2.
Okay. I'm gonna go on a rant for a second
Uh-oh.
because that made me very angry, but not because
It
of
makes
anything
me
you
so
said.
angry. Okay, go ahead.
Everybody who talked about the sex stuff in Mass Effect never actually had to do it. It is not just like you push a button and yay, alien sex. There is a lot of fucking work into that. Literally hours of gameplay, and you have to not fuck up the conversation checks. But all the media was like, oh yeah, you could just push a button and alien sex.
Yeah, no.
It was heavily censored.
Yeah. Like but that's how my parents were. Like that's how my parents were about a lot of things. Like another one of our favorite movies as young children, my younger brother idolized Jack from Titanic. So obviously we had seen Titanic. Yeah, no, he wanted to change his name to Jack, everything. He loved Jack.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, Jack was a pretty awesome character.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only reason to watch that movie.
Mild side note.
Look, I like Titanic.
And I only know this because I was a GameStop employee. You actually should not have been buying Mass Effect. It's rated M. You're supposed to be 17.
I asked my dad for it for my birthday.
I know what I said. I had to tell people
They
that
were
were
buying GTA for my younger brother when he was 8.
Look, we're not.
Again.
He's not saying that your
I am not
parents
saying
made
that-
smart choices.
I am
No,
not
they
saying anything
didn't. They
about what your
made
parents
many,
did.
many not smart choices.
But
I'm
as
just
somebody-
saying.
As someone who worked at a GameStop and had to
Uh-huh.
tell parents, hey,
Uh-huh.
you shouldn't buy this for your kid. It's rated mature, and having to go, okay, whatever, and being like, all right, I did my legal obligation. I don't care.
Okay, but
Blame your parents.
Obvious.
I was reading Gravitation when I was 11.
Did they know you were reading
You
Gravitation?
probably
No, they
should
didn't.
not have been doing that either.
I
That
mean,
also.
okay, fair, yes.
Look.
That was thanks to my dealer, my best friend. I've said many times, as much as I am happy about my daughter consuming queer media, Gravitation's not going to be one of them.
Really?
No, it's so toxic. Gravitation's so toxic. I love it because it's nostalgic for me, but it's so toxic.
Also, no, go ahead.
Well, then what my question would be like, is it she's just never allowed to watch it or read it or anything, or is it a situation of like, if she were to bring it to you, be like, hey mom, I really want to read this, would you like go, okay, but we've got to watch this together and talk about what's happening here?
I mean, if she were to come to it on her own and seek it out and blah 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 blahs, then yes, sure, we would do that. It is not a piece of media that I would encourage her to consume. I own it, and I have not, I have not left it out for her to read.
Okay, but for the record, some of
so
the
yes.
music in that anime were bops.
I love that music. Look, you remember when I mentioned earlier the Japanese anime song CD that my friend burned for me? Yeah, a lot of those songs were Gravitation. I love that music. I love that series. I love that anime. It's not good, but I love it.
I've actually tried to
The
reread
music's
or
great.
rewatch it so many times, and I just can't.
Yeah,
I can't.
Yeah. No, it's not good. I don't recommend it to anybody except for listening to it.
So, not to be that guy. But,
Oh yeah, Carole and Tuesday.
Carole and Tuesday.
Where were we?
Look, I let it go for a while because I also went on some rants, but
Where were we? I don't even.
Honestly, probably wrapping up.
We didn't talk about Angela at all.
Oh, well,
Not really in the first 4 episodes. Besides, as a side character.
She's not a side character, I promise you.
Sure, but impression off of the first 4 episodes is she is another character that has in no way, shape, or form interacted with our main cast. Nothing she's done has interacted with our main cast.
She's definitely in
true.
setup world right now.
You don't even get to hear her sing.
Nope.
I'm sorry. I was very disappointed when I got to the end of episode 4, and I was like, oh, well, dang.
Well, I mean, it's understandable to be disappointed at the end of episode 4.
I mean, yes. I wish we could have skipped episode 4 and gone straight to... But then we would have lost... Oh, hold on. All right. Forget Angela. I mean, I love her later. But back to Gus and his ex-wife. Because we didn't get to actually talk about that.
Those are some genuinely nice interactions.
I know, right? I totally felt for the bartender who was so disappointed when they didn't end up getting back together. But oh, I was so glad. I was so happy. It was
if she had dumped her current relationship to go and be with him, I would have just immediately stopped caring.
No, absolutely. But even if there hadn't been a relationship, even I am so much more happy with this, with Yeah, I mean, we didn't work out. There were apparently reasons we didn't work out, and yeah, I'm remarrying, and she's a beautiful woman, and I am so here for it. And then later, interaction between her and Carole and Tuesday, she asks, "So, do you guys have a boyfriend or a girlfriend? Oh, do you want me to introduce you to somebody?" Like, she makes no assumptions at all. I love it.
It was also a very good representation of a character because it's not shoved in your face. It's there.
Yeah. Yeah. And Gus is like after he gets past the initial, oh, okay, we're not you're not getting back to, okay, okay, I wasn't even thinking about that, but then you were kind of sort of leading to that, but I misinterpreted that. Oh, but you're remarrying and it's to a woman. Oh, okay, all right, all right, all right, all right. I'm there. Okay, I'm good. I'm so happy for you. I really hope that, I just want you to be happy. And I that like that ripped me up so much.
Uh,
Anyway.
so yeah, it's a good show, guys. Go watch it.
Yeah.
I
I
am.
love that they basically have, I'm sorry, just one more thing. Just that Gus and his ex-wife have the same hairstyle. Just one's blonde and one's purple. That's it. That's it. I'm done now.
You sure?
Yes.
No,
For the
We're
moment, I'm done.
never officially done.
No.
No, what I was gonna say, we actually, I think we are right now experiencing something similar art-wise to the music scene that happens in this world, in that we have this conversation going on between there's traditional art, there's digital art, and now there's this AI art that's going around.
Okay, yeah.
And I think that there's some really interesting parallels between all of that, because like right now we're in the phase where like a lot of people are rebelling against the AI art. A few years ago it was people were rebelling against the digital art, it's da 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 da, it's not real art,
Uh-huh.
the gatekeeping that happens. Um,
Yeah.
and I'm curious to know if like in the future will AI art be viewed more like digital art is viewed now, where it's different from traditional art, but it requires its own selection of skills and stuff.
probably not for a very different reason.
Oh?
Um, one of the things that's been brought up a couple of times now is the blatant theft involved in AI art,
Oh, yeah.
and people are not a huge fan of that. Go figure. I know there was a lot of
Yeah.
talk. There was a lot of talk when some of the AI art started coming out. Of people being like, "Oh, this is going to replace artists," and all of the artists just being like, "Yeah, good luck with that."
So that's like people saying that CG is going to replace actors, and it's like, no, that's not how that works.
No, it's not
Yeah.
how that works.
Well, I think the funniest thing that was said was a simple thing of, for an AI to make you art, you have to know what you want, and that was the whole thing of like leading into the conversation of artists and helping them determine, what is your idea, and how can we translate
Mhm.
it into paper.
But it's also
Yeah,
not like
yeah.
it's a relatively new concept right now as well.
We'll
Mhm.
see.
And like everything, if it doesn't disappear into the hemisphere, it's going to
Evolve.
evolve, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean that's AI for you.
Yeah.
Usually, yeah. I mean, that's life. That's
Yeah. Life will find a way.
God, I hope it doesn't sometimes.
right.
Look, if you know what a Darwin Award is, you know what I mean.
But so you would say that Carole and Tuesday is not something you would continue watching, Wes. Um,
Oh, that is and is not what I said.
wow, I even used your real name. I am so sorry.
That too. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Oh no.
What I said
Oh
is
dear.
I would watch other things first, but I didn't say I wouldn't watch it.
It's on the list, it's just further down the list.
Yes.
Okay.
That's fair. For me, like I want to say it absolutely passes the vibe check. I would say that after 4 episodes, I would keep watching it, because I did, and then I did again accidentally.
Oh, nice.
But a little bit further down the road, I did stop watching it. I did fall off the Carole and Tuesday wagon, and I'm not sure I'm willing to pick it back up again.
I
Why?
mean, if you need a motivation,
Can
I would
can I
watch it
ask
again with you.
can I ask your reason?
Yes, why?
Um,
Because usually, if you go over 4 episodes, you don't stop.
right, but
Mm-hmm.
I did stop, and I think that's a big part of it. I stopped,
Where
and
did you stop, if I may ask?
oh lordy, give me a second, I'll find it.
Mm-hmm. Because if I can pinpoint that, then I might be able to answer that.
Oh god, music happened. I hope you guys didn't hear all of that, but you probably did. Oh hey, more music. Stop.
I'm not hearing anything, so
But
Oh,
it
okay.
might come through the thing.
Let's
I don't really do anything about
see.
that.
Oh, yep, yeah, it did. Yep, yep. Oops.
It's fine. God, the Outlaw Star episode was 6 months ago. It's on my recommended.
Nice.
Let's see, there's that one. Um,
Did you get through the American Idol arc?
Tuesday's family shows up.
I mean, they literally showed up in the first 4 episodes.
Well, I
I'm
think
confused.
she means in the city.
Do you mean when her brother shows up?
Yes, they
Or
have an interaction.
wait, because there's a time that he shows up and they don't interact. He just sees her and he leaves.
No,
And then there's
it very
another.
obviously did not happen in the first 6 episodes.
Okay.
It is
Good talk.
after
Glad
the
to have it.
idol, just at the end of the idol.
So when she gets kidnapped.
Yep.
Spoilers.
Okay.
I mean, I could have
Like
just
I mean
said that.
like I'm not going to say anything more about it, but Tuesday gets kidnapped. I'm not going to say by who or for what reason or anything else.
I mean, context.
I mean,
Okay.
you kind of implied it super heavily. Like the context clues are all there.
But yeah,
Well, okay,
that's when I like that
I'm bad
happened.
at this, okay?
Anyways,
That happened, and I don't know. I think it was something about that scene that was just like, I'm done here. I don't care.
Hmm.
I think that's fair.
But so much more
I'm
happens.
sure it does, and I might get back into the mood to watch it again.
Okay.
Obviously, it's something that I can enjoy and listen to and watch. It almost feels too smooth at the same time. I don't know. I don't really know how to put my finger on it and how to properly explain it.
Words are
Mhm.
hard, man.
Words are hard. Words are hard. Please use your words. I now we were also. It probably didn't help that I was watching it with some people at the time,
Okay.
and we just kind of collectively as a group just sort of stopped watching it.
uh, uh-huh.
So that
Uh-huh.
also may have had something to do with it. It might not have had anything to do with like the part. I don't know. There's just it's very good. but there was just something about it that it when she spoilers, when she gets kidnapped, I wasn't like on the edge of my seat like, oh my god, are they going to get her back? I have to find out how they get her back. I need to know what happens next. It turned more into just a, I know they're going to get her back. There's like an entire other season. It's
Yeah.
called Carole and Tuesday.
Yeah.
Like they're going to get her back.
Well, yeah.
Whereas there was
But it's not
actually,
necessarily about the destination, it's about the journey.
yeah, and it's the journey that I wasn't caring about.
Oh, well. Dang.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Well, look, for an example, there's another, it's a comic, not an anime, that I watched or read called Hooky, Hooky. By the way, if you're in the mood for spoopy cute, so witches and stuff, but not scary, fantastic comic. I really recommend it. But
Mm.
something similar happens. A character gets kidnapped at one point in the series, and I could not handle the fact that she was kidnapped. Like, she was my favorite character. I loved her personality so much. Like, I needed to see that character safe, and dag nabbit if I didn't read every single chapter, like, on the edge of my seat, just waiting for when she finally returns.
Mhm. Do you think that you would enjoy it better if you were watching it weekly and you didn't know it was coming?
Possibly. Um, and you know what? I also might have been more eager if it had been, for whatever reason, if it had been Carole and not Tuesday who had gotten kidnapped.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, I don't dislike Tuesday, but Carole is a lot more engaging of a character for me personally.
She's a lot more active of a character.
Yeah.
Tuesday is very passive. Carole is a lot more like doing things.
Tuesday for a character who the first time you see her, she is running away from her super rich family home for the first time ever. Girl needs some character development in her life.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, this is it. This is her. This is her character development. She's lived in this super rich community under her super strict mom her whole life, and she's like, how do you even run away?
I
Oh, it
looked
was
it up
so easy because
online.
I looked it up online and I didn't find anything, so I just walked out because nobody's actually keeping me here yet. Yeah.
You are really bad at the no spoilers thing. Like,
Anyways, moving on.
I'm sorry.
you wanna
I'm sorry.
you wanna send me a link to the music video that has a gravestone on it, because that's
Look, all right, I learned. I'm not saying I didn't do it.
oh no, don't die, please don't die.
Don't die now. We've got more episodes to do.
Speaking of more episodes,
Yes.
what is next week's anime?
Okay, first off, because we didn't say it at any point, hey guys, you can watch Carole and Tuesday on Netflix.
Oh yeah. It's a
Just as
Netflix
a side note.
original.
Yeah, normally that's those are scary words, but this one turned out all right.
Yeah.
Look, Netflix original is very hit or miss.
It
They
really is.
are. Uh-huh.
Oh god.
It's either going to be great or it's going to be trash.
For instance, Castlevania, really good.
Yes.
Really
Yes. Arcane. Phenomenal.
Very good. Although
The
I
Dragon
don't-
Prince.
Death Note. No.
Oh, don't.
No.
No.
Death Note, no. It's not
No.
anime, but it is a Netflix original.
But
based off
technically
of an
anime, but it's not anime.
it's not anime, but it's based off of an anime, but it's garbage.
Is it
So don't
based off
watch
an
it.
anime? Is it really?
I mean, it's
Mildly
inspired by an anime.
influenced by.
Anyways,
It's inspired by a true anime.
It is the
anime I have
liqueur of anime.
I'm sorry.
the
I'm
anime
sorry.
I have chosen for next week is Ancient Magus Bride,
Yes.
which
Ooh.
I have never seen, but I literally only ever heard good things about.
Mhm. I'm
And
excited.
it was highlighted for a season 2.
That it was
Neat.
recently, I think.
Yes.
And
Very
Ancient Magus
excited.
Bride is on Crunchyroll.
Mm-hmm.
Now as of right now, we are still doing it on Mondays, question mark?
I mean, to my knowledge, that hasn't changed. Stares at Yami.
I mean, it hasn't changed yet. I don't know when it will change.
That's
Okay.
that's fair.
So if we want to go ahead and change it before I have to change it, we can talk about that. But
Well,
for now, I can still do Mondays.
Okay, so
wouldn't it make sense to know what your availability is first?
I mean, I will always have Sundays off. I will always have Sundays off. And as for if I get the morning shift, it's not going to matter because I will be able to be available in the evening/night.
Mhm.
If I don't get the morning shift, I don't know when I'll be home.
That's fair. But we'll play it by ear. We'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not stressing it anytime soon.
Mm-hmm.
right. So as of right now, we will be returning to this podcast next Monday
Yay.
around the same time. If you want to know for certain, there are 2 Discords you can actually join. Let's see, the first one, Yami, if you actually want to get a link to yours ready as well.
Sure.
We do not have an official Discord for this podcast yet. Let's see. But there are 2 different Discords that you can join where invites are sent out. So there's this one that's linked, and I think Yami can also link hers. I send out one notification about 30 minutes before the podcast goes live, and then I usually send a live link when it does.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Excuse me.
And we can also put those links in the
Oh
description.
yeah, we can also put the links in the description. I placed it in the YouTube chat, at least
Yep,
mine.
same.
Same? Okay.
Mine didn't become a link.
I don't see yours at all. Hold on. I only see Lulu's.
Hey.
Well, good luck with that.
Indeed.
I don't have a Discord, so I don't
Strange.
have this problem.
Yami, do you want to send me the link and then I'll
Yeah.
post it, if nothing else?
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that because I don't know why mine's not going through.
Salvo, are you just like randomly posting pretty art in the Discord?
Like 4 different Discords? Yeah, don't worry about it.
Here for it?
Look, it's really pretty. I need to
That
make
is
sure people
pretty.
saw it.
Yeah. It's very pretty.
All right, so we now have 2 Discord links. You can choose to join either one if you are interested in getting updates. Obviously, these Discords also will alert you when we go live streaming on Twitch. But we could also be here. You could also hit the subscribe button. That could help
That'd be
too.
nice.
You
Like
can
the
hit like and
video,
subscribe. And
YouTube things.
I mean, you might get notifications. I don't know how YouTube Live works. You might get notifications at that point.
Yeah. Well, if you click the bell, then you'll be notified of stuff. Yes.
Supposedly.
Can you guys tell
Supposed to.
that we don't stream on YouTube often?
Look, we're getting back into it. We're getting back into our
We're
stride.
trying. We're trying. But anyway, that's how you can find us again. I'm gonna repeat it next Monday, roughly around Eastern Standard Time. I'll be gracious, 8 o'clock.
Sure.
So
Sure.
8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. If you're like me and on the opposite end of the country, closer to 5 o'clock. And we will be talking about the Ancient Magus Bride, which can be watched on Crunchyroll. And yeah, feel free to stop by, say hi. If you watch it, join us in our conversation.
Yee.
Indeed.
Last announcement I've got to make before we do our ending wrap-ups and whatnot. this upcoming month, starting with the next podcast, is Spooky Month. So we are going to be watching spooky-themed anime, starting, of course, with The Mainstream Mage's Bride. So if there's a spooky anime that you definitely want to hear us review, hey, we're taking suggestions.
Yes, because I have not chosen mine yet.
Well, you chose Carole and Tuesday, so you've still got 2 weeks.
No, for the spooky though. I haven't chosen.
you've still got
And I'm
2
going
weeks.
to and then we're going to get to literally the day that we record before mine, and I'm going to be like
Yeah,
uh,
you have till the end of Lulu's. You have till the end of Lulu's episode,
yes.
and then you'll panic.
Yes.
It'll be great.
It'll be a normal day for us.
Yes.
Anyway, I've been Lulu Soul, and thank you guys so much for coming out.
I'm Yummy.
She's tired.
Very tired.
Sorry. I'm Yummy Brooke. I'm returning next month, and also I'm doing a charity stream on the 22nd of next month. And I'll get back to you guys on that. And I'm Mom.
I'm Salvatore Shark. I play games, I watch anime, and I don't know. Sometimes I stream, sometimes I don't. We'll get there. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
All right, thank you guys for watching, and we will hopefully see you next week.
Yay!
Bye.
Bye.